welcome to my channel. And today I thought I'd get back to this. I'm doing a little whip and chat, and I was working on this. If you've been around before, I was doing this for the Pink Black event in January, and I decided I was only going to work on this on camera because I didn't want to go too wild, and I've been feeling the desire. I bundled up all my pencils so I would not forget, and I even remembered to put a brush in here this time. But yeah, I've been feeling the urge to get back to this picture. I'm determined to finish it. There's my little eraser. I will put that there because I'll definitely, I always need my eraser. And yeah, so today, my plan, my cunning plan, I obviously want to do more of the bird. And we're going to try and get more of like this left-hand side done. So a bit more of the banner and more of this bird and maybe some of this in here. But yeah, hello, how are you all? Right, let me think. Do I need to rub anything out before I start? I think because that does go quite dark, and that's going to be where I'm going to be light pink. So we'll just take this out. I don't mind it at the edge, but I don't want it to... So this is chalk pastel, so it does rub out really quite easily. But I'm using it, one, for the background, but also it like gives a little bit of a base. And I do want this because I'm doing such a limited palette, like the ebb and flow, listen to me, that you know how it's like, it's an inconsistent background, and that ensures that helps me give some you know, a bit of variety to the fact that I'm actually just using pink and black for all my things. So what colours was I using? I was using this, which was processed red, and I think I was using, was it that one? Or was it, no, I think, yes. So I think I was using that, and I was using this pink rose to blend out, or I was using white to blend out. So it was, for that, let's go with that. But yeah, how are you all? I hope you are all well. It's been a little while since I've done a chat. What was my last video? Oh, I've been decluttering. So that was currently the last video that I've uploaded. What was I doing? I was doing oh, I did all my Pitt pens and the Arteza pens. So that was quite a video. I didn't get to declutter very much, unfortunately, but you know, I was willing. I did get a couple of bits done, but I've got, if I have time, it depends how well I do with this picture. Do you know what that needs to sharpen? Let me get that in here. Depends how well I do today. Sometimes I get a bit carried away with my colouring. You know what it's like, and like next thing you know, you thought you'd only been doing it for like half an hour, and you look up and it's like an hour and a half later. So we'll see how I get on with my colouring, because I don't want to stop. If I'm in the zone, I don't want to stop. But if not, then I actually plan to do what will hopefully be the last part of my decluttering of supplies. So I've got my Arteza brush pens to do. Just use this white, and there's a lot of dust there. It's quite a big thing. Yeah. So and then after that, I'm going to be getting onto my colouring books. I don't plan to destash all my colouring books. There are some that I know that I will, it's just not even in the equation. Like, I'm keeping them. So there's no point in looking at them because I know they're not going to go. But I've got a lot of Colouring Heavens. I think there's some potential they could go, because I had a subscription to that. So sometimes you'd get issues that you weren't quite so keen on. Like, you wouldn't have bought them if it wasn't on a subscription. But the subscription was such good value, it didn't bother me. But obviously I took a break from colouring for 2 years. Over 2 years, and for about a year of that, the Colouring Heavens kept coming. So I think some of them are even still in their bags. I had zero interest. So let's what am I going to do? I think I'm going to take out, because these are flowers, we'll just lighten this a little bit as well. Sorry if you can hear the kids screaming. I live opposite a school, and they are it's too early for lunch. They must be on their mid-morning break. unless they're having a sports lesson. But whatever it is, they are screaming very loud. And I never know what the camera is going to pick up. And these days, I do not edit. So it is what it is. Right, let's just dust that away. And I think I want to put a little bit more pink back into that. This soft pink. Let's be a bit smoother. Okay. So I am going to do, what am I going to do? Do you know what? I've just noticed that I've not put any black in there. Should have done that last time. Right, let's do these little flowers. But yeah, I think for doing this picture, I didn't look at. I should have looked at the date before I came on camera. But I think it must be at least in the region of a month since I was last on camera working on this picture. And I was just like, oh, I was really enjoying it, and I don't know, I kind of lost my groove. I guess because I was doing the decluttering. Because you do get, that's another thing, you can kind of get into a zone. But yeah, if you are interested in maybe if I do de-stash some colouring books, to be honest, I'd be surprised if anybody wants them. Because a lot of them, the ones that I'm going to get rid of, are like, it's going to be in that zone, isn't it? Where by the time you've factored in shipping, like it's just cheaper to buy it on Amazon, like a brand new one sort of thing. So I think probably only the Colouring Heavens might be the ones that I'll get rid of. But that may just me being optimistic as well. This needs a sharpen as well. Because I know what I'm like. The books are special to me. I find it very hard to let go of stuff sometimes. But we'll see. We will see. Yeah. I think that's what I was saying, wasn't it? If I do well today, then I'll be doing the. Oops, that does split. Pressing too hard. Right, let me just. That's where it broke. I think I might just try and brush that off actually, because that's just a big chunk of wax. I'm using my Prismas, so the Prismas are very waxy pencils if you're not familiar with them. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's all gone bitty. Hopefully it'll brush off. But what was I saying? What was I saying? I can't even remember. I know I was talking about trying to de-stash the books, but we will see. Because I do like to hold on to stuff, which of course is why I'm in the mess in the first place, with having to declutter. But books, oh, I love my books. They look so good on the shelf. That's the trouble, isn't it? And also there's a lot of memories. But you know, if I've not, I'm really just hoping that there's going to be something I'm going to be like, I'll open the packet of one that I've not even seen, and I'll be like, oh, this is horrible. Get rid of it. I don't know if that's going to be the case though. Right, we're going to go for a lot of black in here. All around the edges, because we've got our pink flowers. And maybe where I've got these little circle things, which I'm actually going to clean them out. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them pink. So I want them to be nice bright pink compared to the black background. Yeah, I mean, I keep telling myself maybe I'll de-stash or declutter. I think I've probably got a better hope though of right, hang on, let me just my razor had got a bit bunged up with wax. I tell myself that I'll de-stash, but I think there's probably more chance to take them to the charity shop than I am probably to de-stash. Because the problem is, like, it's all the postage. I know it's like very bit first world problems, but posting things can be such a pain in the backside sometimes. I'm just like, I don't know if I can be bothered, because you know you got to package it all up. It's got to be protected as well, because otherwise a book especially, you risk it being damaged. I'm like, I don't know if I can be bothered to go for all that when I can just go down the charity shop and drop them off. We'll see. But yeah, and I'm going to film that afterwards, and if I do, then that'd be a miracle, because I've actually filmed a video just before this as well, which that's something new for the channel. Well, it's new for this time round. I did a PR package. I don't do many PR packages. If you're on my colouring channel, on my diamond painting channel, I've mentioned this before, like, it's such a minefield with stolen artwork, and I don't want to put anything stolen, obviously stolen, on my channel. I don't judge people that get their pictures from who knows where, but like I obviously I don't want to promote it too much. But plus my channel could get in trouble because I could get a copyright strike. We don't want that. So usually I don't bother, but this one looked a bit nicer. It's a paint by numbers. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I'm not sure what order I will post the videos up in. I might post this one before that one. Well, we will see. Right, I'm just going to turn this book slightly because it's a bit uncomfortable, and I want to do this line. Yeah, so I just, it's a paint by numbers. It's 2 canvases. It's so cool. I'm really excited for it. When I was, I think I do mention it in the video. I can't remember. When I first started thinking I might get back to my colouring, I was like, oh, I've got a couple of painting by numbers. Perhaps I think I'll dig them out, because like it's like a happy medium between colouring and diamond painting, because you're working on a big picture, and it's a bit different because you don't have to pick out the colours. The colours are obviously all chosen for you. It's very no thinky. So I was like, oh, I'll do that, and then I pulled it all out, and obviously no, it's 3 years old, and obviously also very cheap. I think I got them from AliExpress, and all the paints were yeah, there was like little acrylic bullets, just for want of a better word. Probably shouldn't say that on YouTube, I'll get in trouble. But like there was just little rubber pellets, just like in their pots. Zero paint, only like rubber. I'm like, oh no. So I think I'd still want to, I might buy some, well, I will eventually buy some, a set of acrylic paints, like in a big variety of colours, and see if I can recreate it. But then I got contacted for this PR package saying, oh, do you want to do it? And they was nice ones. They look really nice. They're a bit more expensive than the AliExpress ones. So hopefully they'll be quite nice quality. We'll see. It certainly looked okay on the unboxing. But, you know, lots of things look okay on unboxings. It's only when you really get to work on them you find out how, you know, what they're like. But I'm hopeful. It looked very promising, and so I definitely plan to work on one of those. If you've not seen it, and if it is up, or when it's going to be up, watch out for it, because I've put it up to the vote, because I've got 2 paintings, and I left it up. Viewer discretion. No, that's wrong. That sounds like you shouldn't watch it. Do watch it, but you can let me know which painting you think I should be working on. Right, I'm going to work it. I need a bit more here, down the bottom, in here, and then now I'm going to use this pink to drag it in, because I want it to be a muddy pink. I want it to be like this muddy pink in the Swan. It sounds funny, doesn't it? Wanting the colour to be muddy. I want a hint of pinks, and I want a hint of pinks around these little dots. I may as well just go over that. But yeah, so that was quite fun. I allowed myself a treat of doing a PR package. I did see it. That being said, I do still think when I looked at the site, I did see, I saw at least one painting there. It wasn't like the rampant rampant ones that you see sometimes where every picture is stolen, but I'm pretty sure I saw one picture there that probably should not have been there, and as I didn't see an artist name listed, I'm guessing it was not meant to be there. So still always, you know, treat with caution. It's a bit harder these days as well, isn't it? Because like so much AI, and these companies use the AI. I want something here and in here, just to fake out those things, right? And yeah, so it makes it hard to tell, because like the pictures are good, and also there's a lot of AI. So if you have strong feelings about AI, that's another reason to be cautious sometimes with these sites. But yeah, they seem good. Right, that is not going quite how I wanted it. No, I want black. I want to put the black back. Let's put the black back. I think what I'm going to have to do, because this is not really popped the way I want, this will be something I do at the end with the Posca paint pen, and we'll just put either pink or white in for the Posca, because it's not working. It's not how I had it in mind. It's okay, but it's not great. No, don't brush it with your hand. You think I'd learn by now. Right, let's put in this thing. I'll do this. Do this. Get the pinks in here, because this is not quite popping how I wanted it to. Definitely something I'll have to do in post colouring with the paint pens, which fortunately, as I established on my decluttering, all seem to work. It's a miracle. Right, I'm going to do these. I forgot. They're obviously leaves, but as I'm doing everything pink and black, I can't do them green, so I may as well do them pink. Do that pink. We'll just treat them like more petals. And for these, I'm going to do like I did up there, which is with this black. So let's just go around the edges, and then we'll pull it into the middle with the white. Do that. Do that. Okay. Do this. Do this. And do this. Oh, this thing just isn't the same since I broke that tip. Let me just... Sorry, I just had to like see if I could just rub it down to make the end smooth. Right. Oh, I didn't. Oh, let me do this. I didn't do that one. Right, let's get this. We'll do it with a pink. I'm a bit flustered at the moment. I don't know what it is. I think it's because, so it's Tuesday today, and I had a really bad, not bad, no, it was busy, a really busy day yesterday for work. And it was all problems type of busy. You know, that sometimes you have good busy, don't you? And it's like you feel really productive. And then other days you have busy because everything's going wrong. It was one of the latter yesterday. So, and there's, whilst I got a lot of it sorted yesterday, there's still that sort of residue of fixing messes. And I'm just waiting on other people at the moment. And that makes, when it's out of my control and I'm just waiting on others to do their thing, it's yeah, it's just made me really sort of unsettled. Does that make sense? It sounds a bit dramatic, but I do feel a bit unsettled because I know there's still stuff that I need to fix and sort out, because that's my job. Planning. I plan things and I fix things when they go wrong. And yeah, so I've got it all waiting for me, and I don't like it. I want it to put it behind me. No, let's go back to this pink. And it's just made me really super unsettled. Also, it's earlier in the morning. Well, it's not that early actually. It was early when I started filming my other video. It was earlier than I usually film. So, and I don't know, I'm not a morning person in general. So, especially when it comes to speaking, I had to give them the choice. I would just like not speak to anybody. But yeah, it's did I do this one? Let's do this a bit more. Oh, I just had a package delivered, which is like, yay! But I have no clue what I was saying. Like, literally no clue. Can't remember what I was talking about. Even. It's gone. So that's probably a sign it was boring. So let's just get back to this. Get back to the colours. Yeah, what was I talking about? I know it wasn't the decluttering anymore. I might have been talking about, I think I do actually know. Because I was talking about how I'm not a morning person. I am definitely not a morning person. But yeah, so before I started this a bit earlier than I normally would in the day, filming, because I've got this busy day later that I know is waiting for me. And yeah, it just unsettles me. And I think I'm making a mess of this as a result. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Right. I think I'll do some of this. Let's do... what am I going to do? So I think... let's go for the processed red. I don't know, actually. How do I want to do this? Perhaps where it meets... Right, so it can meet here. Because that's how I did it before up here, isn't it? Like, just where it coincides with other stuff. It's not underlapping, so I'm not going to be putting any black in. But where it meets things, and it kind of meets this, we'll just put some of this in, but only a little bit. Do that, and then we'll do here at this junction, all the way down here. And I need to make sure I'm on camera, because especially as I'm twisting the book, that would be just me. That's just to give us the guideline, and then we'll use this. What is this? Just regular pink. We'll blend out that side, and then we'll come down here again. And I'm going to be using the light pink and the white. There was something on that. That was a bit of, I don't know what that was. Probably a bit of eraser left over for when I did it before. Go with this. And now I'm going to blend over the top here with this light pink, which is nearly white, but not quite white. The good thing about these, this round border thing, is it's quite, all this is quite quick to do. Like these little things on the swan, they take a while. Take a while to do. But this, let's just go with that. I'll just bring that up. But this, like we get some quick gratification. Right, okay. And now we can bring back in a bit more of this over the top and up here. So I'm not doing it as a straight thing. I'm doing it like, it's a bit longer that way, and it's a bit longer on the outside edge. And then we'll do it here. So what's everybody up to? What are you colouring at the moment? Are you colouring? I know sometimes people, like, I mean, I'm quite unadventurous. So when I colour, I watch colouring channels. And when I diamond paint, I watch diamond painting channels, normally. But I know not everybody's the same. I know, and I also know people sometimes do things like crochet and whatever. I've never been into crochet. I did learn how to do it like when I was a kid. Basically, it was like, well, I don't know, I was in the brownies or something probably. They taught me to crochet, but it's never really been. Same with cross stitch, which is funny because I love diamond painting, which essentially is cross stitch but with like little beads instead of like a needle and thread. And I did try it. I tried it before I tried diamond painting, and I never even finished what I was working on. It was only a little thing. I bought you know, you get like the magazines in the shops that sometimes well, I say in the shops, like there's not so many magazines in the world these days, is there? It's a lot more digital, but you could buy a magazine and they would have a little kit on the front, and I remember it was like a Tigger one, and I'm a big Disney person, so I bought this little Tigger thing, and it was literally is this big, and he's still not finished. I did find it the other day because when I was cleaning out a cupboard for my other decluttering, like in general, I was like, oh yeah, I was doing that, and it was, yeah, it's just that's like 20 years ago. 20 years ago I was doing that. I don't know, maybe I should try it again. I'm a different person now. We evolve through our lives, don't we? Do you know what that's, I don't like how this is going. I think I want a bit more pink. I'm trying to do a bit too much of everything. Let's get that chocolate, that wax off. Right, let's get back to this. Okay, let's put a bit more in here. At the bottom of this. Okay. But, yeah, so I've never really been into many crafts. I'm not a natural crafter, if that makes sense. So I did try jewellery making once. I still have all my jewellery making stuff as well. Every now and again I'll have a play with like my beads and things like that to make a bracelet or whatever, but yeah, I never really, I did it for maybe a few months, but aside from that, I didn't really stick with it. So colouring and diamond painting are the only two ones that I've actually really stuck with for like more than 5 minutes. I did try foil crafting as well. That did not work out. I did not do that for very long. Let's get this black line back in. I think we'll just do a little bit of a shadow here. Just, what do I want to do? Just soften that up. I don't know why I did that. I've got a grey here. I could have just used grey. But apparently, I have no brain today. Right. And layers are the key, even though prismas aren't really like the go-to usually for layering. Good for blending though. But I press hard regardless, so just, that's why I have to go over it to fix what I've just destroyed. Right, I think that's as good as I'm going to get that. I've got it quite bright. So bright, in fact, that I think I might have to just go up and touch up this. It's a shame. I'd just, because it'd be really nice if there was more overlapping. But I'll have to wait until I get around here for more of that and to get more black in. And that's off. Wow, I don't know. I'm doubting myself at the moment. That seems too white. Okay, right, let's get, I feel like I've made it too bright. I think that's the trouble up here. Because of the blacks, it pulls it up, but now this looks really bright. But I need to, right, I need to stop overthinking this, don't I? Let me just wait till the end. I think about all the problems and the things I'm not liking. And then by the end, either I've changed my mind and decided I do like it that way, or you know, sometimes you just got to trust the process that it'll all come together. Because I've not really done anything different down this bit than I have up there. The only difference is I've not got the overlapping bits of the curly stuff, so it's changed the look a bit because there's not so much black in it. But I need to not overthink it. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And even if it's not, it doesn't matter. If it all goes wrong, then that's fine. It's absolutely fine if it goes wrong. We don't have to love all our pictures. That's what I keep telling myself anyway. I think I'll need to go down a bit more because it's quite a long bit of viney thing. But you know, it's just, I'm not somebody who beats myself up if a picture hasn't come out like perfect. Like, it's okay for things to go wrong. No, and it's not like I haven't got enough pictures to colour. I've got a whole book through. Like, I've long since accepted that I'm not going to be one of these people that like finishes a whole Johanna Basford book or Kirby book or any kind of book, unless it's like I can do the little ones. I've nearly finished a I've got what are they called? Oh God, names. I think it's from Sun Life Drawing. It's like one of those art animal stencil ones, and they're just like, you're supposed to do them in one colour. I never do them in one colour. Right, this needs to be pulled up more. I never do them in one colour. I always do them in like at least 2 or 3 colours, and it has a little sort of complementary palette. Anyway, I digress. I'm getting off topic there, but the point I'm saying is I've got one of those books, and I've nearly finished it. I've got like 2 pictures to do, and they do not take long to do. They take like 30 minutes to do. So I've nearly finished the book. I've never finished a book before. So I don't know if you're interested in seeing a flip through of it when it is done, because it's not like a real picture. Do you know what I mean? You know what this is a real picture, and they're not real pictures. They're just stencils that, like, it's a bit like a colour by number or a you know, a mandala. It's kind of that, you know, simple form. I've seen, haven't they, actually, that maybe that is a thing that would be popular, because I know there's a lot of that. Now that I'm back watching videos, I've noticed there's a bit of a, what's it called? Cozy colouring. It's a bit of a craze going on, isn't it? I don't know if people know it's a craze. Do you know what I mean? When you're part of it, sometimes you don't see what's happening. But like, as someone who's not been in the colouring community for a while, I've come back and everything is just like cozy colouring, cozy colouring, cozy colouring, and I'm like, what's going on? Just like this everywhere, utterly everywhere. I'm like, oh. And the sad thing is, so I'm not really sure. Oops, I've gone over the line. It doesn't matter. The sad thing is it's not really my thing, mostly because I don't have any imagination. So I go for more detailed pictures just because it's like, you know, more details. But if you've just got a really, really sort of simple picture for me to colour, I find those very hard. I find in those, it's funny, like a lot of people would say to me, like, I'd pull out a Kirby pic and just jump straight in, and people would be saying, oh, I'd love to do a picture, but I've got this book, but I'm too scared to touch it in case it all goes wrong. And first off, like, especially with a Kirby book, they're pretty cheap. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Worst case scenario, you can buy yourself another copy. But also, just really think, it's like what I was saying, I am never going to finish this book that I'm in. I'm never going to do every page, and there's going to be some pages I don't like, and I'm not going to do them just so I can say I finished a book. So they'll either never get done, or they'll get done and they'll be half baked because I've rushed through it. But it seems unlikely. They'll probably, realistically, they're probably just going to sit there and never be done. And, you know, when you've got that many pictures that you can be doing, you don't have to worry about one going wrong. Just do another one. I've got so many books. Most of us has got a lot of books. So it's not like there isn't another picture to take its place. So if this goes wrong, it goes wrong. And yeah, meanwhile, that's where I was going with it, wasn't it? And meanwhile, everybody else is like, I love these cozy books. And I know I'm not intimidated by them exactly, but I don't know where to start. Because there's nothing there. There's like a little character in a really simple scene. I'm like, I don't even know where to start because like I don't have that. I've got no imagination. So I'm like, I'm stuck. I'm stuck because I don't know what to do. Right, let's get some of these feathers out of the way with, because I find the feathers a bit boring. So if I do these, then it breaks up doing it all in one go. Here, and then I'll go back and finish a bit more there. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about the cozy colouring thing that's going on. And let me know. That was it. Oh God, I was making a point eventually. Don't mind me. It only takes me 10 minutes to get to the point. My point was, let me know if you want to see this completed book. Let me know in the comments, and I will film a flip through of it, of all the completed pictures. But I'm not sure if there's interest for it because it's not real pictures. But if you are interested, I'll do a flip through. But I'm far too lazy to just do it just for the sake of it. It's just like, if no one's interested, I won't bother. I'll get back to work and sorting out all these horrible problems waiting for me. Yeah, I hate work. It does stress me out sometimes. But, you know, that is what it is. Let's just blend it out with this pink. Because, you know, it's just, it's hard to put into words what it's like. But also, like, I think since the lurgy that shall not be named and everything shut down, like I had my work, I mean, I work in the travel industry, right? So obviously that was hugely impacted, and it wasn't like, you know, when a lot of people were like had nothing to do when they was on, or it was limited what they could do at the start of lockdown. But me, like my job, I'd never been busier because everybody who wanted to travel couldn't travel, and so there was lots of, and in the beginning, obviously, no one knew it was going to go on for as long as it did. So there was people who was going away on vacation, and I cancelled it and rebooked it, and then I cancelled it and rebooked it. Like I rebooked their holiday like 6 times before they was actually able to travel. It was that bad, and but I think it did bring with me quite a lot of anxiety. Doing that. That sounds silly, I know, but it's because it wasn't my fault, so I don't know why I was anxious about it. But you know, you want to look after the people, because that's like kind of my job, to look after them and like help them plan their trip. And yeah, it was just like, it was quite an anxious time. And I thought as time passed and things started to get back to normal, so that I would get back to normal. And yeah, I don't seem to be. There's that lurgy has a lot to answer for, because I do not feel, I get very anxious now, like the slightest whiff of a problem, and it's just all, yeah. So that's why I'm babbling now. I'm sorry, I am doing some super babbling at the moment. You could be here. I thought I was going to be doing a colouring picture and just having a chat. Instead, you're turning into my therapy. just right. Let's get some. No, what do I want to do? This is too. I want a bit more black. Because this is too pink. We'll get this in. We're going to use the pink to drag it out again, but we're all right. So yeah, sorry about that. I didn't mean to unload my my anxieties on people. It's weird, isn't it? Like, if I could, I would give it all up, and if I could afford it, I would become a YouTuber. That would be a dream, wouldn't it? Except I'm not sure, because like part of it would be, it's like when it's your hobby, isn't it? So we do this sort of stuff for fun, and yet it would become work. So I'm not sure if it would actually spoil the hobby for me. It's nice. Everybody wants to do a job they love, but like when they do something they love and it becomes their job, it's always at risk, isn't there? Always a risk that you're actually spoiling what you love. But anyway, it doesn't matter because I can't afford, I do not make, I did get, talking of YouTube channels, I did on my colouring channel, no, I keep confusing where I am. I am colouring at the moment. On my diamond painting channel, I did hit 1,000 subscribers, so that is monetized. But yeah, that's not gonna gonna make me enough money to give up work. So we will just stick it out and be stressed, because that is, you know, sorry, I didn't mean for it to be turned into a sob story. I do love my job when it's nice, and it does feel good to help people, but it's just, yeah, when it's not, when there's problems, then it's my job to fix them, and that does make me anxious. Right, let's get back to this curly thing. So let's just do these leaves, and we'll do that. It's brightening up out there. It was a bit murky this morning. It is still quite murky, but it's there's hope. There's hope that it's murking a bit. We had up until Sunday. So today is, I think I said it's Tuesday. But Sunday and the week before, it was like, do you know what? I think it started the Friday before. So it was like the best part of 10 days of amazing sunny weather. It was bonkers. I mean, properly bonkers. Because like it was on Sunday, I think it was like 17 degrees. I went out in a t-shirt, and it's like early March. It's like, it's not right, is it? It has finally gone back to normal now, which is a normal. So 17 degrees, I think, is like low to mid 60s, something like that. And yeah, I was going out in a t-shirt. That was absolutely insane for the beginning of March. I think it's gone down. I think it's about maybe 11 or 12 today, which I don't know what that is. Like high 50s, I guess. Which, you know, you need your coat for again. So it has been a bit of a culture shock. Just having to go back. It'd been so nice for so long. It wasn't even just like one day. It was like over a week. And solid sunshine. Like some days it was like literally not a cloud in the sky. It was like summer. I hope that wasn't summer. You know what it's like in the UK. We have very changeable weather. And it's possible. It's possible that was our summer. It won't be, I'm sure. Right, I can get some black in here at least, as we go underneath this curly thing. But yeah, imagine that. Beginning of March and you're going out in a t-shirt and you live in London. Definitely not normal. Definitely not normal. And I think we'll just drag that out with the white, I think is what we was doing. And then we'll have a bit of pink in the middle, but let's just all do this. And get that up there. And now we go into this middle pink. Yeah, but just a hint of that in there. Sorry, I've got a big motorbike coming down the road. With no emergency services yet. Usually by now I've had like an ambulance go past. And I have to do my spiel about how I live in London. I did talk about the kids though, didn't I? They've all gone inside, so it must have been... Let's get that out of the way with. How are we doing? Right, not too bad. I think I've got a bit more black back there. I've got just to get that back strong again, like that. But yeah, so I think what I'll do is hopefully I'll go out for a nice walk this afternoon, do my challenge. And I've nearly finished it. I'm behind schedule though, but I have nearly finished it. Made a mess there. No, it doesn't matter. Don't think about it. Right, let's do this curly thing, and then I think I'll stop there, and then we'll do his little. So that almost looks like a saddle, doesn't it? But I think what I'm going to do up here, I'm going to just rub out this these flower petals, because they'll be pink, and I don't want that contaminated by the dark chalk. Not too much. Let's just go with them. Right, pink. I say pink. Nearly everything's pink. What colour should I use? Pink. Pink or black? So we'll just make this bit here, I think, the dark pink again. And we'll bring it up here. In this bit and in this bit. And I'll use this lighter pink. But yeah, if I can go for a walk, try and catch up some miles. Let's see, it depends how well. What time is it? See, it's only 11:15. This is confusing. This is what I was saying about how I've started. I don't usually film this early in the morning. Well, usually I'm like thinking about starting filming about this time. And but today, I was up for it. So I was like going a lot earlier than I usually would be. And because I like I'm saying with this work, I've got it waiting for me. But due to time differences, it means like my mornings are a lot quieter than my afternoons. So I have to like try and fit in the space to film between work. But there is opportunity to do that. Let's put a little bit more, have it go dark again there. And yeah, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to film early. But it means that also that, you know, quite aside from the tongue-tied things that and the babbling, which is definitely worse than normal, it just means I've completely lost track of time. I'm like, right, should I be going out? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? And it's like, no, because it's only 11:15. Let's do the white. I made a mistake there. There was a bit of black stuck on the tip, and now I've smudged that. Never mind. We'll just go in here. And we'll just go in here with it. And you kind of use it to blend it out. I do have one of those Prisma blenders. I never use it. I usually use just a light colour of what I'm working with, which is why I was using this pink quite a lot to blend it out, and then that gets rid of all the speckles in the colouring from your pencil. Right, I need to brush some of this off. What is that? I think I used that white to blend the black before, and I was an idiot, and that means I've got little bits of black speckle. Oh, I don't know what I was doing there. That would have been bad. Instead of using the brush, it's fine. It's fine. So let's just go with that. Right, put it down, put it down, put it down. But I do want a bit more darker there. Fix this mess. I've gone over the lines. Right, that's fine. Let's see if I can just get that key line back a bit. There we go. Just treat that like a shadow. Fine. This bit I still don't like though. Looks like it needs to be a bit more. Let's go with that. Don't brush it off. Right. Let's do. I'm gonna also take this line out because it is quite dark black. And I want it to be pink because this is all black here, and I want it to pop. Because the pink in there is muddy pink, and I don't want muddy pink here. I want bright pink because it's the same as this, really. Let's just, might as well do the whole thing. That's good. I am still in shot. That would be embarrassing. Wouldn't be the first time where I talk away and I'm in the zone, and then I don't even look, and I've not even been on screen. Right, let's get rid of those. Oh, let's do this one as well. As well. This is my mono eraser. I think I'm nearly finished. Oh no, I must have changed it. Because like these are like, you know, you replace them in this one, like one of those mechanical pencils, but it's an eraser. And you look at them and you think, oh, it's like, that's not very big. It's not going to last me very long. But they do last a while. Surprising, really. I love this mono eraser. I think that now that I'm back, I'd like kind of see what I've gravitated back to. So I gravitate to the eraser, gravitated to the pencil sharpener, even though I've got the Pebblez and all that sort of thing. But no, this is the one I came back to. It's like, I think that just shows in your memory what has left. You know, you instead of forcing yourself to use all your different things, I've just gravitated back to the things that are my favourites. That said, I wasn't usually a Prisma person, so that is the exception. I am, however, a luminance person. I've barely used my luminance. I don't know why. I've not been in the zone for that sort of thing. And it seems unlikely that I will start using them, so at this point, because I'm not quite halfway through. But, you know, I'm starting to get to the point where I've done a fair amount of this picture. This is the third one. I have been doing it. I think I said at the start, if this is your first time here for a little chat, that I've only been working on this one on camera. So while it's not officially a colour along or anything, you can see the earlier stages. I'll leave a link in the description with the playlist. Should you be interested, what I might do at the end, assuming I do ever finish this picture, which I hope to, I might stitch it all together, like take out some of the wibbling. If I took out some of the wibbling, there would be nothing left. But you know what I mean. I might stitch it, you know, just tidy it up, get rid of all the starts and the intros and the time-wasty bits, and stitch it together, and then it'll be like one long video for a colour along. Might do that. But for now, we're just chatting. Perhaps I should ask, for next time, feel free to ask questions. I mean, consider it, I'd say ask me anything, but within reason. Just like, I'll tell you now, I'm not going to really answer personal questions. But if you have like general questions about colouring, or about this picture, or my channel, or London, like, feel free to ask me questions, and I will answer them in the next video that I do colouring this. It'll be a good incentive then to make me actually come back and follow up, because I don't want to lose steam. If you remember from back in the days, I am the queen of I'll start a picture on camera. Everybody's like, oh, where did it go? And I've just faded out. I've got so many whips. At some point, I've got to go through. That'll be. I think that's another video, isn't it? After I've decluttered my books, we'll see what's left, and I'll just go through it. Like it'd be like my collection, I guess, my colouring book collection. But also, I'll just show all my finished pictures and whips, of which there are many whips. Shame on me. But if I do that, then because that way, you know, I could say, oh, I'll show you my colouring book collection, which is a lot of people would like. But if I'm just showing like Johanna Basford, so many people have Johanna Basford books. I'm not really showing them anything, am I? No, I've made a mess there. Clean that up. I'll clean that up with chalk pastel afterwards. But I had to do that because it was wax, so I wouldn't have been able to go over it. If I went over that with pastel, it won't lay. So I had to tidy up where I went over the line there. But yeah, if I did the colouring book collection, then like a lot of people wouldn't. It's not very interesting, is it? Showing a Johanna Basford book when everybody has, well, not everybody, but a lot of people already have Johanna Basford books. You don't need to see that in the collection. Whereas if I'm showing my pictures that I finished, then there's a reason to still watch the video, isn't there? But yeah, perhaps I should. Perhaps that'd be a mission. Not for now. Right now, my main goal is to declutter. I don't want to get sidetracked from that. I've been pressing hard today. Because I need to, did I do, sharpen all the bit? I'm going to do them all. Let's get it all out of the way. I don't want to go too sharp. See if I can fix this white. Just give that a little turn. And let's do this one. I keep forgetting to do this. Doesn't really need it, but as we're sharpening, we'll top them all off. Oh, pencil dust. Right. Let's do these flowers. Because that's a nice, easy, no thinky thing. Get some nice bright colours in again. So that's quite bright. I quite like how that's gone. Oops. Yeah, it's just, I have lots of ideas of things I want to do on the channel again now that I'm back on it, but at the same time it's just like, well, there's only so many hours in the day, isn't there? And obviously I've got my diamond painting channel as well, so I don't want to do anything that hurts that, and you know, diamond painting is still my main hobby. I think like that's the one I gravitate. If I'm like, oh, what should I do? There's more chance I'm gonna gravitate to my diamond paintings. But I have been colouring offline. When I started this picture, I was saying this was the only picture I've been working on, and I've only been working on it on camera. But that's no longer the case. Well, I mean, it is with this picture, but I have found myself picking up, not a lot, but I've been gradually getting back into the groove of like, sometimes I'm just like, I don't feel like pulling out my diamond painting. So it's a lot easier to pull out a book. Right, let's go for, do you know what? I'm going to go for solid black. I will Posca over the top of this at the end as well. Well, let's make these little things. I didn't sharpen this one, did I? Should have done my black. There we go, a nice pointy pencil. Do these little pollen-y things, because they're almost the same as the middle of that. Well, that should be, it's dark enough that it will still stand out against this sort of grey background. let's do some, what do I want to do with these leaves? I think I do want to erase that. I don't want them to be muddy. Some things I want to be muddy, and I'm very much a fly by the seat of my pants person. Like, I only decide what I want to do a minute before I do it, sort of thing, which mostly works out. Not always, but mostly it'll work out. So yeah, on the bright, I don't know, I say on the bright side, I mean, it certainly makes it exciting for me. I never know what I'm going to get. Okay, oh, let's do that one. Let's do that one. But I think we'll leave, let's just make that bottom bit there. We'll have that pink as well. Right, because we've been going an hour. Oh my God. Honestly, where does the time go? I don't even know. And now I'm looking out the window and it's all got dark again. It was perking up. I should have kept my mouth shut. Right, so I want black in this bit because it goes underneath. Go there. And go there. We've got any other bits that go underneath. That can go under there. And that goes under there. Yeah, I should have kept my mouth shut. I don't think it's forecast for rain though, so I can cope if it's a bit gloomy. I think I'll go a bit more. Right. Let's yeah, let's pull this. Go with this pink. Because I don't mind this stem, this stalk, whatever you want to call it. Let's make this black. I know I erased that, thinking I was going to do it pink, but I've changed my mind already. Because that's how I roll. But, yeah, I can cope as long as it doesn't rain. Though, to be fair, after having such a long dry spell, we probably should. I'm sure there's someone somewhere upset that it hasn't rained because it's not filling the reservoirs. And then in the summer they'll be like, oh, it's a drought because it didn't rain in March. That sort of thing, do you know what I mean? At least I don't have to worry about hosepipe ban because I don't have a garden. I've got my little balcony, but I don't have a garden. Right, that's, oops, went over the edge. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. How do I want to do this? I want that nice and pink. And I think I'll go on this inside edge. We'll have it like that. Nice and bright. And this is going to be pink. And we'll bring in this. This will be pink. After I've done this bit of curly stuff, we'll have a look at the picture. And we'll make a decision. The royal we, what to, whether we're going to continue and do something else. Right, let's do a lighter pink. Do this one. It's almost a peachy pink, this, even though it is just called pink. Pink. Go with that. Oh, let me pull out this. Here. On this side. Oh, look, there's a bit more. Let's do a bit more that goes underneath there. Get this done. Sorry, I'm thinking, and when I think I can't talk, it's a rough choice, isn't it? I either talk and I babble, or I like the brain is overloaded with stuff, so I don't say anything at all. That's why I used to put music on these videos, but some people didn't like it, and I'm like, do you know what? I get it. Some people did like it, but some people didn't, and I get that. But what the deciding factor was in the end was that I couldn't be bothered. It's all editing, and I'm really sort of cutting down on the editing. So at the end of the day, that was the factor for me not putting music on my videos in the background anymore. Because it was more work. Just like, yeah, it's just, you can just listen to the traffic going past. I'll go straight to white for that one. This one doesn't feel right. Let's go with that. And let's go get this back here because this is a bit wishy-washy. Okay. Very light pink. And we'll bring the back back. Oh, I've got made a right mess there. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because when the picture as a whole is viewed, no one's going to see that. And if they do care, I don't care. I don't care what people think. That's another thing I see sometimes. Like people are worried like about what other people think of their pictures. It's just like you shouldn't. Don't worry. Don't think about. That's not why you. What's the reason for you colouring? At the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. Are you colouring to try and impress somebody else, or are you colouring because you enjoy it? You know, and you're doing it for fun. I'll put a little bit black there, just to bring that down. But you know, hopefully you don't need me to tell you. You should be doing it for fun, not to impress people. Certainly not to impress Facebook groups. Which is quite often where I see those kinds of comments. If you post your picture in a Facebook group because you want to see some likes, then you're probably doing it for the wrong reasons, in my opinion. Right, we'll just get a bit here. And I think then I'm going to do these leaves, and then that'll be where I'll stop for the day. What was I doing? This bit in here. Right, let's just blend this out. I think I'll do this little curl as well as I'm here. Let's do the whole curl, and then it's less to come back to. I think I'll just erase. Where's that? Let's just erase this bit so we can keep that nice and bright. Right, that's got to have black. Let's do that. We do that. Pink. Shock news, I'm using pink. It's just, I think I need just a little bit more to come around here because that one's a light pink on that circle. Get some bits off, make sure I've not got black on the end of my white. I think we'll do this bit. And blend out these blacks where it merges. Right. Get that black off the end. Alright, let's go with that. Let's get this in here, and now I need to fix this thing. That's the one thing about the white Prisma. Like, it covers everything, including the black clay line. And that's fine when you want it to do that. But when you don't, you have to fix it. Okay, so let's fix this one as well. Fortunately, because of the smoky background I've done, it works like a kind of shadow. Otherwise, I would probably do this with a like a fine liner. Right, let's put this. I'm going to do black here as well, just in this bit. It does look like it's coming from underneath. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll blend that out. Put a bit more pink back in. And finally put a bit more black back in. Right. Sorry, I have to lean on this because it's chalk pastel. It will all come off on my hand if I didn't lean on a piece of paper. Right, well, let's do these leaves then. Petals, or no, they're leaves. They are leaves. Let's do this. Nice strong pink at the bases. Because we want this bit to pop, especially as it's quite dark in here with the black chalk. Alright, someone tooting their horn if you heard that. That's the joys. You don't get the music, you get the you get the traffic instead. It's a funny road where I live. I mention it most videos, how it's a through route. But in the evenings, like once the work day finishes, it's usually pretty quiet. That you don't get much traffic. Right, we'll do light pink on these bigger ones. And then on the smaller ones, we'll just go straight to white. She says, and then just immediately ignores herself. Because I can't leave alone. I was just like, I want to say less is more, but I find it very hard to do less. I kind of feel, see, look, I'm going to go back to this. Even though I've worked on these flipping flowers before. Can't stop touching them. This is why pictures take me so long. Right, they're definitely small, so let's yeah, let's go with that. Let's just go with the white. Make sure that tip is clean. I do learn my lessons eventually. Because I don't want to put black pencil all over it. Right. Blend that out, just a smudge, because that's all blending is. It's just smudge, smudge, smudge. But they do blend well, Prismas. I'll give them that. They do blend super well, but you can't layer. You can layer, but it's like they don't layer the best. You have limited layers. You reach max capacity a lot quicker on a Prisma than you do on. That's why I like the luminance. If I really want to layer, that's when I put on luminance. I feel like I can layer all day when I'm using my luminance. And as a heavy presser, it's really important. When I use Faber-Castell's pencils, you can layer really well with them. But if you press too hard, like it's just, yeah, it's just like you cap out. Right, so I think I'm going to stop there. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera. It was like an earthquake, so I had to wait for it to stop rocking. But this is what we're going with. I'm stopping there. And yeah, it's funny. I was going for ages, but it doesn't feel I've got a lot done. But I got this done at least, and I got this done. I like this. I like these flowers in here. I like how that's come out. I'm still not sure about this. But we'll see. We'll see what it looks like when it's got the rest of it in. But yeah, I appreciate a thumbs up on the way out if you enjoyed this video, and I will be back again soon to do another part of this. See you all again soon. Bye for now. Bye.